So my dear, we are dealing with geometry, exercise 14b, as you all can see, which has been mentioned clearly. And today we are going to play with the angles, different kind of angles made when two straight lines are being cut by a transversal. So here we see that all these are straight lines. One straight line, two straight line and three straight line. So now when these two straight lines are being cut by a line, the line is known as the transversal. This is the transversal. Okay, once again. So naturally when these two lines are cut, now these two lines are not parallel over here. They may be in this form or they may be in this form, isn't it? Which we shall be dealing in question number 2. Now in question number 1, they have given us two lines cut by a transversal and they are asking us to name the different kind of angles formed. For example, these two are angles, again these two are angles, these two are angles. So they have given us different pairs, isn't, of angles, and they have asked us to name it. Now what we shall do is we shall slowly move to each and every type of the angles. Now what I have done is that I have drawn the figure which has been given to you. Now which has already been given. Now from this they have selected two of the angles and then they have asked you that please find or name what kind of angles they are. So let's start with question number 1, isn't it? In this question number 1, what we find is, have a look. These two are straight lines and these two straight lines are being cut by a transversal. Now 3 and 6. So 3 and 6, my dear, they are known as interior alternate. You can clearly see that the angles formed is somewhat like Z. Somewhat like a Z. So when an angle is formed somewhat like Z, isn't it? Then these two angles are known as interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angles. Clear? Naturally, if the same angle is formed on this side also, they are also known as interior alternate angles. But here 3 and 6 are interior alternate angles, isn't it? Let's move on to the other sum. Have a look. They are asking you 2 and 4. Here they have asked you 2 and 4. So what we are going to do, we will just hit the bull's eye. Means we will only look at the angles we have been asked. Now have a look. If we forget everything, we find that a straight line stands on another straight line. Therefore these two are adjacent angles. 2 and 4 are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Why? Because they lie on opposite side of the common arm. This is your common arm. So these two angles lie on opposite side. Okay, come on, let's move on to the next one. Here 3 and 7. So 3 and 7, my dear, they are corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. Corresponding corresponding angles. Similarly, these two are also corresponding angles. 3 and 7 are corresponding angles. This means the angles which lie on the same side of the transversal, this same side of the either on this side or on the opposite side, they are known as corresponding angles. Let's have a look to 2 and 7. So we shall be forgetting all of them. And then we shall just have a watch on 2 and 7. So here 2 and 7 are exterior alternate angles. Okay, now if you consider this one, A equal to 2 and B is equal to 7. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angle. So now when A and B are interior alternate angles, so 2 and 7 will be exterior alternate angles. Okay, let's move on to the next one, that is 4 and 6. 4 and 6. Now these 4 and 6 are known as allied angle. Allied angle, or they are also known as co-interior angle. So when two lines are being cut by a transversal, so the angles which lie between these two lines are known as allied angles or co-interior angles. This you need to learn it by heart. Have a look at 1 and 8. 1 and 8. So 1 and 8, let us look at this. This is your A. So A will be equal to 1. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. And here B is equal to 8. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Now A and B are what? A and B are alternate angles. You can say interior alternate angles. Therefore, this 1 and 8 are known as exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles. Clear? Now, let's move on to the next one. 1 and 5. So 1 and 5 are known as corresponding angles. Okay, 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Similarly, here you can say this A and B, they are also corresponding angles. Or here C and D, they are also corresponding angles. Similarly, E and F are also corresponding angles. Clear? But here 1 and 5 have been given, so they are corresponding angles, isn't it? Let's move on to the next one, that is 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 is very simple. Why? Because they are made when two lines intersect each other. So when two lines intersect each other, then the angles formed on the opposite to each other are known as vertically opposite angles. opposite angles. Okay, similarly here these are vertically opposite angles, these are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal, isn't it? Let's move on to 5 and 7. So 5 and 7 over here, what does it indicate? It indicates that here we have a straight line, another straight line stands on it. Therefore, the angles which are made on the opposite side of this is your common arm, therefore they are known as adjacent angles. They are known as adjacent angles.